Hey there, how are you today? It is summertime and I am happy, and I think it's time to make some bathing suits for our dolls. So, what I did was I tried to come up with a fairly simple pattern, and when you're finished with it, you just have to sew at the bottom and then sew up the sides. Now, obviously, hemming and all that is a good thing, but today we're going to do a down and dirty one. So we're going to cut this out and then we are going to use some Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix is great if you just wanted something quick. However, if it's going to be used by a child and immersed in water, you probably ought to sew it then. But I will not be immersing my dolls in water. So let's get started. And I'm going to draw out the pattern. What I have picked, by the way, for this bathing suit is a silver one. The reason I like this material is because it's nice and stretchy, and it's actually very easy to work with unless you want to sew on it. My sewing machine hates this material with a passion. Just really hates it. And forgive my fingernails. I tend to do a lot of work with my hands, and fingernail polish is a large waste of time for me because it will just get nicked off, and if I try to have fake fingernails, they'll just get pried off. And I'm beginning. Okay, there we go. So, um, my other hobby is building furniture with wood, and a lot of times I mean, lumber is not very forgiving. It is not the gentlest hobby I can have. However, it is rewarding. But this is my indoor hobby. Although I'm new to this whole Facebook, or I mean Facebook, there we go. I'm showing my age, YouTube world. But I decided one time that I could try to share my passion for this with maybe other people. And obviously, there are some fantastic creators out there. I mean, really great. And maybe I'll become like them one day. I don't know, when I grow up and all. But I hope I can show you guys something different here once in a while. That would be my hope. So it is imperfectly, drawn out. Guess I should have made sure I had a pen that had ink. However, there is another way to approach this. So I'm going to turn it over. And I am actually going to fold the material. I made this pattern on cardstock, so it's rather rugged. And I am going to then fold it again, like so. And I'm going to cut out the pattern, at least from the outside. So there's always another way of approaching a problem. So, this is not one of the racier swimsuits out there. I'm going to admit it. It's just a simple one piece. I'm hoping in the next day or two to come up with a more interesting two piece for those who would like a bathing suit that their mother might not wear. And I'm saying that as a mother because I tend to be a lot more cautious in what I'm going to put on my body because I'm actually a grandmother. And my theory is there's just some things that people just don't want to see, and I don't want to scare anyone. Well, I mean, unless it's Halloween. I'll scare them on Halloween and hopefully get the candy. I didn't say that out loud, did I? But yeah, I like candy. So anyway, the basics of it is cut out. I am now going to attempt to unfold it. This is a new thing for me. That's stuck. Come on, you. There we go. There. Now I'm going to put it back here to kind of match it up. So what I'm looking for is this. So I'm going to fold this again and try to just cut out the neck, which is really making a mess of it though. So I'm going to have to try it the less complete way. So bear with me. I know this could be painful to watch. Maybe I have enough ink in this pen to make at least this circle. Come on, Mr. Pen. Why don't I keep pens by this table? You'd think this would be the one that I would keep them at, right? Any reasonable person would do such a thing. And apparently. Okay, well, got a little bit of an outline, so I'm going to try to cut that outline. I'm going to try to kind of fold it in half. Or not entirely in half, but folded so both sides can be cut at the same time. So it's a cleaner cut. I know one side is longer than the other. I have the back lower than the front. So I think I've got that lined up enough. And I'm now going to cut out that little half circle. And then when it's finished, I have a somewhat imperfect pattern. Okay. Let me even that up as well. So, memo to yourselves, always have a working pen or pencil by you, because if you don't, you end up like me. Nobody wants that. Well, I mean, I don't, it isn't so bad, you know what I mean. Okay, what do we have now? Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, this particular material is not over prone to fraying. I'm very lucky on that. That isn't why I picked it, but it is a nice little bonus. So I am now going to just take this glue and a little bit down in there, down the sides. With this material, I'm not even going to hem it because it won't really need it. And then just match the sides, match that, and then give it about half an hour and come back to it. Okay, so I think it's been about half an hour, and I did retrim this again because I just was nervous about the cut the other way. So anyway, it doesn't seem to be pulling apart anywhere, so I'm going to turn this around. There you go, and we have a bathing suit. And I happen to have a Barbie here. We're not going to do any Barbie nudity, but we are going to put her in this new bathing suit. And I have this one drying right now. I decided to try to make another one that was, there we go, one-shouldered. See how that went. So, we almost have her dressed. This is one of those BMR 1959 Barbies. I was so excited when I got her. I think she's beautiful. I just I really like the 1959 BMR line because they're all, because of the made to move bodies. But I also love their unique faces and the variety of skin color and just hair color. And because my world, I like a lot of variety. And the BMR world seems to match up with my world. So, okay, well, I did take her hair down out of the bun, but upon looking at it, I think I should put it back in the bun. But anyways, here she is in the suit. And you can always trim the back down lower. You can always trim the front down lower. But there you go. So anyway, it's a pretty easy sew. And like I said, this one, as you can see, doesn't seem to be any fraying on this kind of material. It's up to you though, obviously. I generally prefer sewing an item, but if the material absolutely hates me for it, I'm not going to stress about it too much because I'm just, yeah, I'm low stress, okay? So anyway, that is our bathing suit tutorial. Like I said, I'm waiting for this one to dry. What I did was I just kind of went across and I just snipped off one corner of it. And then I trimmed around the back. So when it's dry, we'll see how that goes. And then I found an old bathing suit from my granddaughter, and I found this one little flower, and so I did sew this one, but I just had to include this flower because it's just so darn cute. So anyway, that's it for now. I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for visiting, and happy day after 4th of July. Bye.